All right, man. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. This has been long overdue. Yo, can y'all believe that this is like third or fourth time I'm doing this right now? Every time I did it, I felt good. I thought it was good, but then the audio was just cooked. But man, anyway, let me not dwell on that trauma. Let's get straight into it, yo. This is the Nurture Being Radio, and we about to see what the herbal news is for the day. Let's get it.
Another leaf to your tea cabinet before the summer is over. Let it be stinging nettle. Stinging nettle has been used for centuries in traditional medicine and is very nutrient dense.
All right, first thing she says that it's been used for centuries. I wonder if that's true. We're going to validate everything we hear on this program today, on this radio channel today, okay?
Stinging nettle is high in vitamins A, C, K, and several B vitamins, along with iron, magnesium, calcium, and potassium.
All right, that was a heavy hitter. She talking about it's good because it got all those minerals and vitamins involved. Let's validate that. So I actually did like a little, as I said, this is like the third or fourth time I'm doing this already. So I already got the research up here. So I asked ChatGPT, and I do have to let you know that ChatGPT is not your friend. Okay, and it can be wrong. And remember, these developers that developed ChatGPT have an ulterior motive and agenda of their own. So it's not going to tell you everything, but it was right on the research that we conducted today. So I asked ChatGPT, what are the minerals in stinging nettle as well as the vitamins? And what it said is, stinging nettle is one of the most nutrient dense herbs known. The leaves contain a broad range of minerals and vitamins, which is one reason it has traditionally been used as a nourishing tonic. And even we ourselves, we use it for our tonics as well. And so this is off to a good start. It's high. So it has high amounts of things, moderate amounts of things, and smaller amounts of things. And what ChatGPT is explaining to us today is that it has high amounts of calcium. Y'all drinking milk for calcium, but your nettle has it. Plant-based calcium. Talk to me nice. And remember that calcium cannot be uptaken and uploaded into the body without vitamin D. You need to have vitamin D. You heard? And it's not that D y'all talking about. Get your head out the gutter, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Get your head out the gutter. But you need to have that vitamin D in order for your body to use the calcium, or else it does nothing for you. And how you get vitamin D? From that sunlight, baby. So put that umbrella away. You don't need that umbrella. Put that shit down, son. Put that shit down, sister. Get your vitamin D. Let the sun kiss your skin, so you can produce that fat, that lipid, that hormone that's going to allow you to feel and be strong and to be a child of the star, right? You need your magnesium. Yes. Your magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic processes, including energy production. So think about it, man. Y'all are hustlers. Y'all out there working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. And y'all be tired after that, man. Drinking stinging nettle will make sure that you have the energy to get back at it tomorrow, the day after that. You feel me? And muscle relaxation. It's also good for muscle relaxation, right? The magnesium's good for muscle relaxation. And yeah, like y'all are tired, man. Y'all are tired after, working this double shift, triple shift, overtime, man. Some of y'all are sleeping at work. Some of y'all is sleeping at work. Some of y'all work more than y'all at home. You understand me? Like, I know how real it is out there, man. To get food on the table for your daughter, your son, your adopted ones, your loved ones, right? To keep taking care of your elderly mother, your grandmother. You gotta get that bread. And right now, the economy is just in the fucking toilet, right? So we doing more than we've ever done before just to get money on the table. You need to make sure you get that relaxation in too, man. You need to make sure that your muscles relax. Your brain is a muscle. Did you know that? Did you know your brain is a muscle? Do you know that when you think, you're exercising your muscles, right? Your brain muscles, man, those neurons. And we're constantly trying to think of new ways to get out of this rat race. Constantly trying to think of new ways how to stop surviving and start to thrive. No more surviving, but now we thriving. That's what we want. That's what our hearts want. And we always, our brains is firing, man. The neurons is firing. We get tired after that. Gotta make sure you have your magnesium, right? You gotta make sure that when you lay your head at nighttime, you had the magnesium for you to really go into that dream state, that REM sleep. And then when you wake up, now you have energy. It's that magnesium. You got a lot of vampires out there, y'all. Dracula. Trying to suck your blood and shit, man. And if you don't have that magnesium, they ain't gonna have nothing to suck. Yeah, that's a bad way to put it. I mean, like, you know, there's energy vampires out there, yo. You know, they looking for energy and shit. So it's like, if you don't got your magnesium, how they gonna find energy? Like, how you gonna come back? You just gonna be like a pruned up ball of, you know, sucked up ball of no energy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Potassium. Potassium is important for fluid balance, heart function, and muscle contractions. So it comes back to the muscles, right? Your energy. You bodybuilders, weightlifters, you need to have your potassium. If you're having muscle spasms, it's because you don't have that potassium, right? You know, when it comes to the black diaspora, heart functions, I mean, even outside of that, golly, how much people die from heart function related diseases, cardiac arrest, right? It's the number one killer, I believe. It's the number one killer. Heart disease and cardiac, you know, instability. Things to do with the cardiovascular system is the number one grim reaper on the planet. And your potassium, drinking, intake of potassium will help with that. So, you know, these are things that stinging nettle is good for. And, you know, of course, the iron. And iron is essential for production of and transport of oxygen. I'm here getting tongue-tied like a mofo, man. Right? So get your iron in, y'all, because your body runs off of oxygen. And if you don't have iron in your body to transport the oxygen to your cells, like the iron, what that is the USPS. That's your United States Postal Service of your body. That's the FedEx of your body. That's the UPS of your body, right? UPS will take the package, transport it across the world to your doorsteps. That's what iron is doing for oxygen. You breathe in the oxygen, it goes to your lungs. The blood the blood that has the iron on it goes to your lungs, and then the iron picks up that oxygen that's in your lungs from when you breathe, from your breath of life, right? So you need to have that iron, y'all. Y'all need to have the iron. You feel me? And stinging nettle has high amounts of all of those things I just explained. So what does it have moderate amounts of? Well, it has moderate amounts of phosphorus, silica, manganese, zinc. Bam. I like, listen, y'all. Zinc, bruh. Zinc is important for a lot of stuff. Immune function, wound healing, and there it is right there. Bingo. Hormone production, right? For the ladies out there, they attacking y'all heavy. The cysts, fibroids, PCOS, menopause. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The heavy flow, right? It's because they're poisoning the foods with hormone disruptors. They're poisoning the cosmetics, the beauty cosmetics with hormone disruptors, right? The things you spray on your hair, the things that you put, the makeup you put on your skin. These reptilian elites are poisoning them with hormone disruptors, right? And that's why you have the issues that you have. But to combat these issues and to bring your body in a state of balance, I would recommend a high intake of zinc. And where do you get this from? Stinging nettle, right? So tap in, beautiful queens. And it's good for your immune function. And golly, is that important these days. What was the name of that virus? Because they always making up some virus, right? What was the name of that virus? The last one was this C-19. But, you know, they got this other one now that came from the cruise ship, man. I forgot the name of it. I know what I'm talking about. Something that came from some cruise ship, right? So they're always making up some virus. So you got to make sure your body is able to keep fighting that fight that never stops, because this fight will always be fought. Because these fools, they ain't stopping, man. It's like every day they find new motivation to fuck us. Yeah. Every day they find new motivation to fuck the planet up, man. You know? Yeah. Copper. For copper now, what copper do for the body? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. Be like, yo, nurture being. What does copper do for the body? I got you, man. It helps form red blood cells and support iron metabolism. So it helps form the blood cells. And the blood cells is what go to every part of your body. It goes to every part of your temple, from the toes to the crown, from the fingertips to the heart. You figure out me? You understand that? So this is the life fluid of the body. It goes everywhere. And if it goes everywhere, you want it to be in its purest form. You want to be a pure blood. You want to be a pure blood. You know what I'm saying? So get your copper in, and copper is also electric, and you are an electric being, right? You gotta go back to what Dr. Sebi said, right? It's all about electricity. So you're an electric being. The more electricity your body harnesses and holds, then the more vitality, the more strength. The more vitality you have, the more strength you'll have, right? So tap in. And by the way, I do have to mention, this is not medical advice, because I have to say that because we know the nature of this world, and we know that, like, anyone doing any type of positive work will catch the attention of the vipers and the vampires that are out there in these institutions. So I do have to state that this is not medical advice, and see a doctor. As I continue, we got vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, and she mentioned all of these things, man. She mentioned all of these things. So yeah, sis is on point. Ladies, man, if you want your beautiful skin, Stinging Nettle is there. It supports collagen formation and iron absorption, powerful in antioxidants, and antioxidants are what makes you remain to look young, right? Because you have a bunch of what you call it, when you breathe oxygen, the oxygen is used, right? The energy from the oxygen is used. I'm gonna explain this real simple. You breathe it in, your body uses it. After your body uses it, the leftovers become poisonous, and it will hurt you and make your skin look old. And the way the body fights these poisons now are by way of antioxidants. So drinking Stinging Nettle will make you 21 forever. Yeah. Let's keep getting into it. Let's finish up the video.
Action.
So guys, you see, when you think nurture being, just think of like a one-stop herbal shop, where you can go, you can get your herbs, the skincare herbs. They can get your herbs for your internal care. We have things for the blood, for the heart, for the lungs, for the stomach. We have if you have spotty skin, the skin dehydrated. You see, women, your vagina itch. We have something for you. You have tenderness when you are overweight. We have something for you. Hormonal imbalance. We have something for you. Men with the limp dick. We have something for you. Your PS bumpy, and you need something to clean up the blood. We have something for you. You know, your kidney, your liver non function. We have something for you. Your skin dry and scaly skin. We have something for you. You don't know what to eat, you're not sure how to eat or what to eat, we have something here. Same it. So every single thing you can think about, we have something here. So when you're thinking about complete nutrition in terms of medicinal plant and stuff, just think Nurture Being. Trust me. Nurture Being? Yeah. Our one-stop herb shop.
It's high in antioxidants, which is going to help fight inflammation and oxidative stress. It also has more protein than most leafy greens, which is not a lot, but it's still a fun fact. And just in case you're still not sure what to use stinging nettle for, you can use it for anti-inflammatory purposes. It's good for allergy relief, to raise your iron levels. It's good for eczema conditions and different skin and hair conditions. You can use it for urinary tract.
Yeah, you heard that? You could use it for eczema, as we spoke about before with the skin. You could use it for if you're anemic, you know, you need some more iron in your blood. Bam, you know, for energy, whatnot. For your hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is really good for the ladies, for those who try to beautify themselves. And for the men's, because it got the protein in there, right? And we spoke about what it does for your muscles, so it's very good for men as well. For impotency, right? Very good for men, right? Because of that zinc, right? But she said urinary tract infection. I don't know about that one there, right? Because when you have a UTI, this will help indirectly, but it's not gonna like hit the nail with the hammer. It's not gonna solve the UTI. If you guys are looking to solve UTI, then what I recommend is the corn silk, right? And a lot of you not write this shit down, because this shit does work. All right, get the corn silk, the hairs of the corn, put it inside boiling water, boil it for about 5 minutes, and drink that throughout the day. All right, and I promise you, you're gonna see how your body uses this to heal itself in 1 or 2 days. Right? Even when the cases are bad, you got the headache, you know, and you're feeling tired, you feel nauseous from the UTI, right? This is what you need to do. If you don't want to go on the medications, if you want to know the traditional way, the ancestral way, that corn silk, baby. All right?
Things. It's supportive for your prostate if you have that. I'm serious. If you're going to add any leaf, let it be stinging nettle. If you're going to add another...
Yeah. I agree, lady. Good video. All right, let's go on to the next.
You can make these simple herbal electuaries with just 2 ingredients. Here's how. An electuary is a sticky, sweet herbalism method that combines honey and medicinal herbs to create a drool-worthy treat. By infusing honey with different herbs, you can unlock the herbal benefits of your plants and add depth of flavor to your honey. And there's 2 different ways you can prepare it, so pick your poison. First, you can combine powdered herbs to form a paste that can be shaped into little balls. Chill them in the fridge and then melt them under your tongue, kind of like a super healthy candy. Or if you really want to take things all the way, add even more honey until it's dripping for a spread that you can add to teas, toast, use in baking, or my personal favorite, lick it straight from the spoon. You can also infuse whole dried herbs in honey for a few weeks and then strain them out later if you don't want the texture. Let me know if you'll give this a try. You can make these...
Okay, so an electuary, something like that, right? That's what it's called. And that's when you use honey to extract the medicinal compounds from the herb and into the honey. Now, the way I know of this is to use oils and teas, water, to extract the herbal compounds. But she's saying you can use honey as well. So let's see how effective that is, because we validate things. We're gonna look this stuff up to see if it's just trend or is Is it actually real? Is it true? Can we actually heal ourselves by utilizing honey as the extraction method for these herbs? So let's tap in Chat GPT. All right. So I asked Chat GPT, can herbal properties be absorbed into honey? And it says yes. Honey can extract and preserve many herbal constituents, but not all of them. Okay. When you place herbs in honey, the honey acts as solvent and preservative, drawing out certain compounds over time. Herbalists often call this a herbal honey or electuary. Okay, that's the actual name, electuary. What honey extracts well? Okay, these are the things that honey extracts really good. So the honey extracts some minerals and trace elements. So not all, but some minerals and trace elements. Okay. Many antioxidants and polyphenols. Okay. Still not all, but many. Some flavonoids. Okay. Still not all, but many flavonoids. It absorbs aromatic compounds, flavor and scent molecules, and water-soluble compounds if moisture from the herb enters the honey. Okay, so yeah, this is actually still really good. It's not the most efficient at absorbing, plant compounds and whatnot, but it does absorb some, and it's still really good. What it does not extract well are most fats and oils, which is very important. The fats and oils that are inside these herbs, they're very, very important. They do not absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Okay. It doesn't extract many resins and waxes and alkaloids. Okay. So why is it important to know that it doesn't extract well most fats and oils, right? That's important because let's ask the internet real quick. What is the term called when fats are absorbed easily into the cell? The overall process. Okay, so when dietary fats are absorbed into the body, the overall process of taking them from the intestine into specialized lining cells is called intestinal lipid absorption, right? But that's not really what I was looking for. Guys. It wasn't that. Anyway, I'll try to find a term later. But lipid absorptions, the absorptions of fats into the cells, are way more efficient. They're super good. So there's something called subliminal absorption, I think is what it's called, when you are able to uptake vitamins and minerals under your tongue, right? So let's look up that real quick. What is the name of uptaking medicine under your tongue? Yeah, sublingual absorption is what it's called. So with sublingual absorption, you put these oils that are infused with herbs. So the oils now have the fats, right? And the fats have the herbal molecules in it. And then you place that under your tongue and you let it sit under your tongue, because under your tongue you have these blood vessels, right? So it goes to your bloodstream immediately. And then when it's in your bloodstream, it then travels throughout your body and goes to every cell in your body, right? And because it's in the fats, because the herbal properties are in the fats now, it goes straight to the cell, through the cell wall, straight into the cell very easily, into the nucleus and all very easily, right? So that's why fats are very important, right? And with honey, it doesn't extract the fats and the oils too well. So that would be the only downside. But I mean, it's not too much of a Debbie Downer, because guess what? Like, you're still doing something really good for you, right? Because one, the honey by itself is like excellent, right? Like, remember, honey is Dr. Sabi would differ with me on this opinion, but like, remember, honey is the nectar and the pollen from all the trees and all the flowers in your community. So if you're living somewhere like in the jungles of Jamaica, if you're living somewhere like, you know, in the highlands of Thailand, where you have, like, you know, pure organic and, you know, unperverted nature, then these bees are going in there and they're taking like honey from all the trees. They're taking pollen and nectar from all the trees, all the plants, and they're making honey with it. So what you're doing is you're drinking your environment and all of the plants of your environment. And then now you're getting more plants that you like, especially like the nettle, and and the lavender and the cinnamon, you know what I'm saying? And then you're infusing that into the honey. Come on. Like, yeah, you're doing good for yourself, right? So it's still a win. It's still a win-win, you know? So yeah, guys, make your, what is it called? Electuary. That shit sound like I should say with my pinky finger pointed out. Electuary. Get your electuary in. All right, guys. Yes, sirski. All right, man. Let's see. On to the next video.
Winds in the east, mist coming in. Like something is brewing, about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store. I feel what's to happen. All happened before.
She made a nice elixir. I was kind of rocking with that soundtrack too. I ain't gonna lie to you. That thing had like a nostalgic type of element to it. But she made an elixir, and she used mugwort for the elixir. It's a dream elixir, right? So mugwort is supposed to be good for deep dream states, vivid dream states. For those with insomnia, for those who work so hard that the body don't want to fall asleep, this is what you guys should tap into. But let's see if it's true or not, right? So, what are the benefits of mugwort? Is what I asked. And it says mugwort, also known as Artemisia vulgaris. There's nothing vulgar about it. So I don't really like that name, vulgaris. This shit sounds crazy. But it's a traditional herb that has been used in Europe, Asia, and parts of Americas for centuries. It belongs to the same genus as wormwood. Okay, didn't know that. Same thing as wormwood, huh? All right. Traditional uses of mugwort: digestive support, women's health, relaxation, and sleep. Okay, this is where we're going to zone in on, right? So many people drink mugwort tea before bed because it has traditionally been associated with relaxation, vivid dreams, and dream recall. That's exactly what the video insinuated. And scientific evidence for dream enhancement is limited, but this remains one of mugwort's most famous traditional uses. So this goes back to tradition, ancient tradition. We've been using this, and we know science is the biggest critic of ancient tradition and ancient culture. You know, they want us to accept the new science, which has become religion today. They want us to accept, you know, what they're saying today and not what our ancestors have been saying for thousands of years. So this has been used by the ancestors for thousands of years, which is very interesting. And science does, the limited science they have does back up its use for sleep. So that's interesting. Let's go a little bit deeper. And I asked, why is mugwort so good for sleep and dreaming? What are the compounds involved? It says mugwort's reputation for sleep support and vivid dreaming is one of the most fascinating aspects of this herb. While traditional use is extensive, so shit, it's like the ancestors are getting it in with mugwort, man. Modern science is still catching up. See, yeah, this is basically what I just explained. Still catching up, you know. And then they'll capitulate. First they deny it, and then they say, oh, we're researching, and then they say, okay, we're using it. Yeah, it works. So it continues to say, so we know more about the likely compounds involved than we do about the exact mechanisms. Okay, so the compounds. The main compounds thought to be involved are volatile oils or essential oils such as eucalyptol. Okay, so eucalyptol is in eucalyptus. I didn't know it was also in mugwort. We have camphor, we have borneo, and we have pinene or pinene. All right, it sounds like that's good for the pineal gland, but not too sure. But these oils, these compounds can influence the nervous system and may contribute to relaxing, mind-altering qualities traditionally associated with mugwort. It goes on to say borneo is particularly interesting because research suggests that it can interact with GABA receptors, which are involved in calming neural activity and promoting relaxation. Bam, that's the that's what we need to zone on right now. So it said this essential oil called borneo that's in mugwort, it communicates with our brain. There's something in our brain called GABA receptors, and the GABA receptors that are in our brain are responsible for relaxation and calming, right? So this borneo is what our brains need to chill the fuck out, to de-stress. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it is believed the mugwort is able to relax us to such a level that, you know, the dream state becomes a lot more vivid. You're able to go into REM sleep, and you're able to get that relaxation you need to wake up in the morning and feel like $1,000,000, tackle the day again. You feel me? Mugwort also contains flavonols such as quercetin, rutin, and kaempferol derivatives. But we're going to focus on quercetin because quercetin is known as the flavonoid of life. Quercetin is that immortality compound, that immortality chemical. And the more you get, the better it is for you, right? Because quercetin can go inside your nucleus, look for breaks in DNA, and fix that shit. It could fix it. That's crazy when you think about it, right? It scans over your genetic code, looks for deviations in the code that are not good, and fixes it. So quercetin is the immortality compound, you know? And it's why the mugwort will put your ass to sleep. You go into the dream world, deep dream state, vivid dreaming. The quercetin at the same time is healing your DNA. You wake up feeling brand new. Talk to me nice, man. Get your mugwort in. So, yes, mugwort is definitely good for the dream state. I mean, traditional view historically, mugwort was considered a dream herb across many cultures, it says, and they even put it under their pillows in dream sachets, right? Little dream bags. They drink it as a bedtime tea, and it was used in spiritual and ceremonial practices, right? But if mugwort is hard for you to get, you also got the valerian root, very good for dreaming. Chamomile, right? Very good for dreaming. Lemon balm, passion fruit flower. You also got those, so you could tap into those herbs as well, right? And check out www.nurturebeing.net because we have herbs from the jungles of Jamaica, baby. Yes, I said it, the jungles, right? From the red soils of the island. Unperverted, unsprayed, just sunlight and dirt, baby. That's all. So guys, tap into the store, right? So this was take number 4 or 5. Hopefully it came out perfectly this time, guys. I'm gonna continue doing this. I will try to be consistent with this. I'll try to drop 1 video a day. You know, a day might pass where I don't drop, but like I'm gonna try to be pretty consistent with this. Support, you know, like if you guys, the more support you guys give me, the more motivated I feel to keep doing this. The more, you know, volition I have to keep doing this. If I see you guys liking the videos, see you guys subscribing, then it's definitely gonna give me more energy, more reason, more resolve to keep doing these radio broadcasts. So yeah, guys, just let me know, man. Comment, let me know what you guys think of it, if I should keep doing it, and if you guys like it, then yeah, man, show some love. All right, love you all. Peace.